Hey y'all, this is Charlie with ReadyGoPrep.com. I'm here with John from Potable Aqua, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about water purification and why that is so important to you in a survival situation. Not just survival, I guess. Every day we need some clean water, don't we?
We do need clean water. You know, the microbes in the water are the things that can prevent us from hydrating,
right?
And prevent us from taking in calories. And
okay.
The result is well
Wait,
known.
Calories are important in survival.
Well, yeah, you gotta take in calories every day, every chance you get.
Okay.
And if you know, the result of a biological infection is usually vomiting and diarrhea.
Nobody wants vomiting and diarrhea.
Along with an unbelievable pain. And
right.
So none of those are good for us in any situation,
okay.
Survival situation especially.
Well, so what do you guys have that can offset this horrible experience of vomiting and diarrhea, which is a terrible topic to think of on a slow Sunday morning at a show?
Well,
what are you shaking your head about over there, lady?
What we do is a chemical approach to water purification.
Okay.
So, what we're trying to do is kill the viruses, the bacteria, and the protozoa.
Okay.
So that is the list of the most wanted suspects
right.
when it comes to pure water.
Right.
The dirt, the mud, the leaves, the sticks.
That stuff's fine.
That stuff's good. That's just
it just makes the water not pretty.
That's
it's
right.
The stuff you can't see.
Right. But it will make
us
sick, and that water will hydrate you. But it's the microbes that really make us sick.
Okay.
So our mission is to remove, inactivate, to kill the microbes, whatever we need to do to get rid of them. Our approach to this at Potable Aqua is to use chemicals to inactivate or kill them.
Okay.
So the little brown bottle of iodine tablets that are common in the military. And,
the little tablets that come in a little bottle that fit and you lose them in your pocket.
There it is. No one ever said, man, I love the taste of iodine.
No, I've actually used those in the Army, and
so there's a taste there. And taste is actually one of the factors in the whole water purification assessment.
Yep.
And iodine will do the job of removing most of the biologicals, but it does have a taste to it. And there are some newer products, one of which is called chlorine dioxide.
Chlorine dioxide.
So this is a tablet that tastes a lot better, somewhere between tap water and pool water.
Okay.
And it removes more of the microbiologicals than iodine will. It's a newer approach. So, we still use iodine a lot in the backcountry. It still removes, 99% of the problems, but chlorine dioxide is a step up, and I would nudge our consumers towards that product, being a little better at killing microbiologicals.
Okay.
Now, one of the benchmarks is the cryptosporidium.
The cysts.
Exactly.
Right.
Crypto is especially interesting to us because it has a hard shell.
Yes.
And it's about a micron in size, so it's a big guy.
Right.
But it has a very hard shell. It's very hard to kill because of that.
Yep.
So we like to use cryptosporidium as kind of a benchmark for what we can kill. We never know what's in the water because we don't carry an electron microscope with us.
My rucksack just doesn't have any room for an electron microscope. And I'm not psychic, so I prefer to prepare all of my water.
So that's why we use cryptosporidium as kind of a benchmark. We know if we can kill that guy, we can kill anybody.
Okay.
In terms of the microbiologicals.
Okay.
So the chlorine dioxide product will kill the crypto as well. So that's a great product. It costs a little bit more, but it tastes a lot better and kills more stuff.
Okay.
Now that's a 5-year EXP.
Okay.
So remember that we're always, trying to assess what is the EXP of this product and or the manufacturing date, so that we know whether our chemicals are still current.
Right. And that happens with bleach, because bleach, most people don't know. I mean, we're trying to educate all the time. Bleach in and of itself has about a 6-month shelf life if you leave it in the floor of a hot garage.
Yeah.
And a lot of people buy a case of bleach and they shove it off into the garage and say 10 years from now, oh, I'm good to go. Yeah. And that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, bleach is a great product. Bleach has probably saved more lives than we can even imagine. Because of the bleach use of municipal water and the amount of microbiologicals that it has killed over the years.
Right.
So it's a great approach to water purification. But let's keep in mind that bleach alone, sodium hypochlorite, will not kill the cryptosporidium.
Right.
And so whatever else it won't kill, we don't know exactly, but it is not in itself sufficient to get the crypto.
Okay.
So it'll get the viruses, it'll get most of the of the bacteria, but not the cysts. So bleach is a great product, but we need a little more kick than that.
So what do you guys have that'll give us that kick?
We have another new product called the Potable Aqua Pure device.
Okay.
It is a 3.8 ounce device that is a chlorine generator.
Okay.
It will use salt and water.
Right.
And the sun.
Okay.
To purify water.
Have you got one with you?
I'm afraid I don't.
Okay. Where can we find it?
Well, if you search Potable Aqua Pure, P-U-R-E, on the web, you'll find
Potable Aqua Pure.
That's right. The outdoor stores, most of the outdoor chains carry the product.
Okay.
And but any search on the web for Potable Aqua Pure will get you. But this device uses salt brine and a little bit of electrical charge, and weighs about 3.8 ounces. You can recharge it with a solar panel that's built in, and it will create a solution of sodium hypochlorite, which is bleach,
right,
and also hydrogen peroxide.
Now, I got a question for you. What's the difference between sodium hypochlorite and calcium hypochlorite?
That's another question. Calcium is the drier form. Sodium hypochlorite is the liquid form.
Okay.
And these days we have to be real careful about what else is in those.
Right.
So when you look at sodium hypochlorite, a lot of times there's other components in there now.
Right. Like cold shock is going to have stabilizers, clarifiers, and all that stuff.
Cyanuric acid is very typical in a solid form of sodium hypochlorite. So we want to avoid some of those things like cyanuric acid and things of those nature.
Right.
But straight sodium hypochlorite, which is bleach, is in itself, going to get the viruses and bacteria. But we also need to get a little more kick, and that's what our new device will do for you.
Okay.
Pure device. It sells for about $119.
Okay.
And on the web, I think you find them for $100.
Now, I've seen one we met at a show previously, and you had some left. I mean, you've done a great job and got rid of everything today at this show.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll direct everybody to that website. Do you have a straight up website we can offer? Or
PotableAqua.com.
PotableAqua.com, and go look at it. It's really pretty small. It's very convenient in size, right?
That's right. 3.8 ounces, smaller than a pack of cigarettes or a deck of cards, and it'll do 60,000 liters in its lifetime.
60,000 liters of water. I mean, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
So do you think that is something that would be better for carrying in an evacuation situation as well as at home? Where do you see most people wanting to use them?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because for our consumer here, the realities are that we're going to have three realities. One is questionable water, one is the questionable water container, and three is mobility.
Well, you bring up a great point, and a lot of people say, well, I got to make my water drinkable. Well, you could have great drinkable water, but if you put it in a contaminated container,
and the filter won't clear that container for you.
That's right. You got to start out with a clean one.
Chemically treated water will clear the microbes in that container. So mobility and the questionable water and container are big factors for our consumer. This device weighs 3.8 ounces. You can charge it using the sun, and so you don't need the wall outlet to make it work.
Right.
And so I think that's an important factor when you're considering, water purification on the move.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. We're always looking for another way to make water drinkable, and that is one of the most important things. And I always tell everybody, when you're evacuating especially, you have to move from water to water to water in your evacuation route. And if you can filter water, purify water, treat your water, along the way, if you have a way to carry it, you're going to go that much further. It's going to be that much better for your family. So we love the options of it. Go ahead and say your website again one more time, nice and loud for everybody to hear.
We are at PotableAqua.com.
PotableAqua.com. Check them out. I recommend it. I want to see some more of that out on the market. And thank you guys so much for joining us about Water Talk today at the NPS Expo in Louisville, Kentucky.